living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Alright, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy, yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, take your pick. I'm rolling in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy, it's what you need. While you chase the crust and I take the lead. Living rent-free, that's my name. Go ahead, say it, put some respect on your name. Man, I'm too old, well here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no insight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm owning your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right, spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you've got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along, but sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should, because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Keep it up, keep trying, but you'll be stuck with Daddy for life. I'm Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, owning your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Hello, chat. Hello. How are you doing this evening? Oh man, do I have some good stuff for you tonight? I think you're gonna like it. I finally figured out how to set up super tips. It's good. You want to see what it looks like? Here, let me give you just a quick example of what it looks like. Here you go. This is just a really quick one. Here you go. No sound? No sound? Damn. That's not good. No sound? No sound at all? Man, why is that not happening? Huh. No sound? Sorry, try again? Yeah. I was hoping it would get me sound, but if it's not giving me sound, then I need to do something here. Let me see. Source. Let me find audio here and make sure that I get some audio input capture. Hold on. Audio input capture. Add source. Add a new source. Let's see. This is for chat. All right. Add source. And see, this is why I appreciate having you guys here, because then you can tell me if there's no audio. And let's see. Device is going to be link monitor. I think that'll work. Wavelength monitor, maybe. Let's see. Tell me if you hear this. No. Nope, there's nothing there. Let me see. We'll put it on stream. Now I've got probably two audios. No, nothing there. Let me try this one here. That one there. All right, let's see what happens. What is it supposed to sound like? Monitor and out. Now you should hear two of me. Testing. No? Maybe? Hey, John, how you doing? Let's see. Monitor off. Let's see what happens there. If that should be happening. Let me try this. Let me see what happens here. No? Nothing? Played. Let's try it again. No, that ain't working. Doggone it. It's not working. Nope, I still don't have no audio. Doggone it. Why do I not have any audio? Let me try this. Monitor. Let's see if we get something there this time. Let's try this. Nope, it's not happening there either. Doggone it. So let me try super tips. Mute output. Ah, there we go. Monitor and output. We'll put it on monitor off and see if we get something there. Let's try this. Can you hear that? No? I don't know. Were you able to hear that one? Probably not. Huh. I'm still figuring this thing out. No sound on that one. Well, this ends up being a big test, doesn't it? Let me see. Where is settings, edit, properties. Why is that not working? That's so strange. So strange. Always the difficulty of getting this stuff set up. It's always a pain in the butt. Monitor, mute, output, monitor and output right there. That's so weird. It should be giving me something, but it's not. I think, check my devices here. Looking. I want to get this thing working. You guys get to be my guinea pigs. Hey everyone. Hey Squid. How you doing? Oh man, why is it not working? It should be working, but for whatever reason it's not. And let me go in here, open up source properties. It should work. Fresh cache. Okay. No. Maybe let's try this. Nope, still not working. It's so aggravating. That is so aggravating. That should be working, but it's not. Doggone it. Well, damn. It was going to be pretty good too whenever I got it working. See, I can share what it's supposed to sound like. I'm gonna have to figure this one out. It's gonna take more time to get it figured out. And why is my chat box so damn tiny? I mean, I see you guys down there in the chat box, but for whatever reason, it's super small. I think something funky happened here that I don't know what. because I can see the chat down there at the very, very bottom. Wow, why is it acting so weird? How you doing? How you doing? He's testing super chat, super tips, and he's trying to get the voices chose to read them out loud. Doggone it. It is having a hard, difficult time here. Well, let's see, chat. Let me try settings for this. Try going to default. Hopefully this doesn't create a weird echo. I hope it doesn't. Let me see if it shows up here. And see, that's not where it's supposed to be going. We'll just turn that back to... So it shouldn't be... right now, I think it's doubling up my voice. It's not supposed to do that. And we will just change this to... We're going to remove that one because that shouldn't be there. Okay, get rid of that one. All right, now, why is this one not working? Properties, monitor and output. It should be working, but for whatever reason, it's not. I think I know what I can do. It's going to take me just a second to add it. And let me add this channel in here. Add the let's see, voice browser. I'm going to add game, I think. I think that's what I need to add. Let's see, we'll try voice chat there. And then we're going to add apps, which are going to be OBS right there. And let's see what happens whenever I play this. Nope, it is not working. It should be. Why is it not working? That should be working, but for whatever reason, it's not. Let me try and see if I need to change my settings here. Properties. That is so messed up. Why is it not working? Crazy. All right. Well, I'm going to turn that off then. If the super chats aren't working, I'm going to have to mess with it later. Doggone it. I'll let you guys hear what it was going to sound like. It would have sounded really damn good if it would have worked. See here, I'll show you what it should have sounded like. And I'll share the screen so you can sort of hear what it was supposed to sound like. And here you go. So you guys will get to hear what it actually is supposed to sound like. This is what it was supposed to do. It's supposed to. That's what was supposed to happen. That's what was supposed to happen. See, it didn't though. Pretty crazy, isn't it? Man, that's so bad. Just put my mic up to the speaker. No, this is my speaker. My speakers are right here. So you guys heard that second one, right? I'm pretty sure that you did. So, I mean, that sucks because I had a really good one for you guys. Because it was here's what it was gonna sound like. This one right here was gonna do this. See, that's what it was supposed to do. But for whatever reason, it's not working like it's supposed to. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, see, that's so aggravating. Now I've got to remove that from the damn stream. That's so aggravating. Oh. So disappointed. So disappointed in myself. I thought I had it all set up for you guys. But no, I'm just bad. I'm bad at all this. All right. Well, son of a buck. So we'll just go ahead in here and we'll take care of this really quick. Just go ahead in here and we'll remove that right there. Remove. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Unpinned message. There we go. All right. So it's not up there. Damn it. Whenever it starts working again, I'll make it work. Broke super tips or did make and break it. No, I just think I messed up. I think I just messed up. Give me just a second. I need to do something really quick and it won't take me but a second to do. And what am I do? What should I do here for this one? Yeah, because everything's funky on it. You see how everything's funky at the bottom? Like it should be looking like that. It should be looking much better. Let me see why things are where they are. Because they're acting all funky. Everything's so screwy right now. See, I can't see you guys showing up down there at the bottom like you did before or anything. Because it's all screwy. What in the hell happened? Let me see here. And it should be, see, this is so messed up. Everything's all messed up on it. I don't know what happened. It is gone crazy on me. See, like I can see you chat down there at the very bottom, and that's not how it's supposed to look. And I can't move anything. It's just so everything's all jacked up. I don't know why. Doggone it. Well, I guess we'll just bear with it for a minute and see if we can make it work itself out here eventually. So bad. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Inspector Guy, how are you doing tonight? Seen you a few times already. Most definitely. Good to see all of you fine folks. And see, now that's working. See, all of a sudden now I have it showing up in different spots. The chat box looks completely different. I don't know what happened. Something changed in the major settings of all of this. So I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out tomorrow. I thought I had it done. I'm so jacked right now. Hold on just a second. What's going to happen is my video is going to disappear and it should come right back. So give me just a second. I'm going to turn that off and close that. I'm going to go to that one there. And there we go. Now my video is back like it should be. Let me turn that back where it's supposed to be. All right. There we go. Now I can't fix the other stuff. Don't you just love OBS? Yeah, Cynthia. It is so messed up. Now the super chats won't work right now, so that's why I unpinned it. It's being a butch is what it's being. So the super tips isn't working, but I did manage to, I think, figure something out that I need to work on tomorrow. Whenever things are much better. How is everybody doing tonight? How is every one of you doing tonight? It's so good to see you. Man, I'm having a beautiful evening. I did manage to pull up some old documents because I was wanting to debunk a lot of the crazy shit that I've been seeing being posted out there saying, oh no, the Lips is such a great person. She's got all of her shit together, that this was some sort of big plan. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. This big plan that she's got is not what she makes it out to be. And here's a perfect example. Now, you have to understand that she went after her own family, okay? And she created this complaint. Now, this is probably like the second or third complaint that she made, talking about her extended and estranged family members, childhood friend of the plaintiff's husband, taking measures to cause harm to the plaintiff after the plaintiff and her husband attempt to set boundaries to stop familial interference in the plaintiff's marriage. After the plaintiff cut ties and communications with various family members, these extended family members wait several years without contact with the plaintiff before they intentionally recruit other family members and friends by the dissemination of false statements about the plaintiff to support the filing of a false report against the plaintiff. The spread of these false statements resulted in a false report against the plaintiff to the Department of Children and Family Services in October of 2023, which was closed with no findings. Thank you very much, Prince of Wales. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. That is so nice of you. Thank you for the super chat. I'm back. Happy New Year, Shizzy and the gang. Most definitely. Good to see you. Good to see you. And I will hit all the super chats tonight. I may have to scroll back up through all of them, but I think I got. You're the first one, Prince of Wales. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm back. Happy New Year, Shizzy and the gang. Thank you very much. And you are definitely appreciated. It is good to be back. It really is. And then, of course, it moves on with this where she continues on with the crazy, saying defendants listed in this lawsuit have no right to say any of the listed defamatory comments cited in this lawsuit. And saying that none of the defendants are treating qualified physician to determine if plaintiff lost her mind, if plaintiff is manic, if plaintiff is refusing necessary treatment, among various other false discriminatory statements directed at plaintiff's ADA protected disability. Yeah, that's not a thing. Plaintiff is refusing treatment, refusing to take her medications. Plaintiff is a detriment to her children because of my mental health and or refusal to treat. Any visual depictions receiving, portraying plaintiff in a false light was not directly given to any of the defendants by plaintiff, nor did defendant have permission to contain falsely portraying images and blah, blah, blah. Has never had a criminal background, issues with alcohol or drugs, been arrested for any reason, never had a DUI, never been found by any investigation with the Florida bar to have any addiction issues. The plaintiff ADA protected disability as public record has been used once as mitigating factor in 2020 after plaintiff called a judge unethical for making false statements in an order, which he later acknowledged he made a mistake and vacated his order containing false statements. Plaintiff is a disbarred lawyer, those kinds of statements like that, which she is not. Thus, the false state, she's a permanently retired attorney in the state of Florida. Made by defendant, false report to DCF, which was clearly false and intentional. None of the defendants live inside the plaintiff's home to see her parent my children. It's like she's talking about herself in the third person or some weird thing like that. It would be evident to staff members at their school, their teachers for extracurricular activities. The DCF investigators who individually interviewed each plaintiff's children after the false report was made, furthermore, is highly discriminatory to assume plaintiff's children are being abused because of past diagnosis plaintiff received over 20 years ago. Each of the plaintiff's children excel in school, have never had behavioral issues to warrant any concerns that are highly evident. Threat to her husband's safety. Plaintiff's husband was not dead. Well, what they said is they showed up uninvited to the marital home after plaintiff and her husband took measures to inform them that they no longer wanted him to contact them. This makes no sense. He stated his reason for trespassing on the property to make sure her husband was not dead. When the defendant refused to leave, plaintiff had to call police to trespass him. Claiming plaintiff deleted her children. Plaintiff was planning to kill Yaya, then proceeding with threatening to call law enforcement. Parties. He basically gives all the names, addresses, the parties in this. They've endured egregious attacks against her character and person by the defendant for 11 years. Plaintiff and defendants Danny, Kayla, Nicholas, Selena do not reside within the same state. However, these defendants have continued to take measures to harm the plaintiff by assisting and calling in a false report. 2019 plaintiff cut off communications with all defendants as an attempt to maintain her privacy after suffering years of unwarranted personal attacks against her. In 2021, while she allowed her brother, the plaintiff's husband, and Nicholas, nephew, the plaintiff, stay for a week, and these two took measures to interfere in their marriage with threats of intimidation, including but not limited to forcing their entry into the bedroom while videoing the plaintiff on their iPhone as they threatened to publish it on social media, hiding her keys so she could not escape their intimidation, falsely accusing her of deleting her children when the plaintiff had brought her children to a babysitter to be protected from the action of these defendants. And this is some of the statements alleged in the following on May 29th, 2023. And I think this deserves a little puppet, don't you? I think it deserves a little finger puppet to make it so much better. I think it really does. Man, I was going to set up those super tips to get some full-size puppets, because all I got is these miniature ones, these little puppets. It says, "Hi, Danny. This is Leslie, Federico's mom. My daughter has lost her mind and needs treatment. Your brother has done nothing. She's currently making prawn online, and anyone can see. I cannot believe Leslie Federico's husband is allowing this. I've tried to get her treatment, but she stops any attempt. She's lost her mind. I will call DCF for the children unless she does something. Leslie Federico's husband is allowing this. The poor children." Oh, it's not worth going back, I guarantee you. Well, 6 months later, DCF was closed immediately upon finding no merit. So the family checking in on this, they find that there's no merit. And there was some false statements, including being disbarred, mentally ill, refusing to take her medication, abuses minor children, alcoholic, prescription medications. Well, and after she took plaintiffs, trying to take matters in her own hand, the plaintiff filed this false report against herself as part of a divorce tactic to divorce the husband, plotting to delete defendant Alina, threatening to file a report with law enforcement. And I mean, this goes on and on. So these are the kind of tactics that she tends to use by showing this kind of thing, by creating this big, huge lawsuit. And it goes on, treats herself, her friends, and her family disgusting and outrageous. The plaintiff is manic. Defamation just basically goes through the talking about, all what the definitions are. And then let's see, seclusion and demand for jury trial. That's what she goes through. Demand for jury trial. Well, that wasn't the only thing that happened, because a little while later, this is a petition for an emergency writ of quo warranto, and petition for relief pursuant to the all writs provision of the Florida Constitution. Now you say, now what exactly was this all about? Well, the Supreme Court came in and they basically said she's got problems here. Now, she managed to file a 45-page report on all of this, going after, all of these people, saying, all she's done for, grant monies, and, this is a big conspiracy. They're all in it to take me down. This is what they're doing. So whenever she tries to put this narrative out that she's never, there was nothing warranted and being removed as an attorney, that there wasn't any reason that it was all part of her plan. Does this look like a plan? 45 pages of a conspiracy theory, 45 pages. TFB, that's the Florida Bar. Florida Bar has followed the procedures, and Bar Council is not authorized by the rules regulated by the bar to seek an injunction, the type requested by the petitioner, and it just goes on and on and on. Tries to say that the documents attached were incomplete of the file in the Florida Bar. You have to understand that the petition for this right here was filed by her. This was filed by her. You have to understand that this right here, the Supreme Court of Florida in 2021, the court approved the uncontested referee's report and reprimands responded. You say, oh, what is the referee's report? Well, the referee's report is what we're going to see. Report of the referee right here. Report of referee accepting consent judgment. Okay, really important. Pursuant to the undersigned being duly appointed as referee, it goes through the rules. Respondent waived a finding of probable cause by the grievance committee. All the aforementioned pleadings and responses, there are 2 exhibits received in evidence in this report, constitute the record in this case and are forwarded to the Supreme Court of Florida. Jurisdictional statement. The respondent is, and at all times mentioned during this investigation, was a member of the Florida Bar, subject to the jurisdiction and disciplinary rules of the Supreme Court of Florida. Narrative summary of the case. This is where it gets crazy. What happened? Respondent made unprofessional remarks and disparaging statements about opposing counsel and the trial judge in letters, emails, and court pleadings. Respondent represented the plaintiff in case number, I'm not going to read the case number, in the Circuit Court of the 17th Judicial Circuit, Florida, before Circuit Judge Carlos Rodriguez. And on October 4th of 2020, a hearing was held on the defendant's motion to dismiss and motion for sanctions pursuant to Florida Statute 57.105 on August 5th, 2020. Opposing counsel Daniel Rose emailed respondent a proposed order. On August 6, 2020, the order granting motion to dismiss was entered. Now, on August 6, 2020 and August 7, 2020, respondent filed multiple motions and sent emails to opposing counsel and the court that accusing opposing counsel of submitting a fraudulent order. On August 9, 2020, respondent filed an amended motion for rehearing, also dated July 6, 2020, where she removed the accusatory statements from her August 7, 2020 motion for rehearing. In her response to the bar, respondent stated that she initially believed opposing counsel fraudulently submitted an order that differed from the one he originally presented to her. However, respondent later realized that Judge Rodriguez had drafted the order that was entered. Does sound familiar? Because she did the same thing. She did the same thing just this week with DJ Rades, Megan Fox, Tug, Jeremy, accusing all of these people of doing something that she has no proof of. Saying that DJ Rades wrote the letter and that's what caused it. No, it came about, he wrote the letter after. Weird how that works, isn't it? He wrote a letter after there was an investigation into this. After this supposed phone call from an Australian, which he's never claimed to have done. And then claiming that they were Jeremy Hales, a big YouTuber. That doesn't sound like something Jeremy would say. In her response to the bar, respondent stated that she initially believed opposing counsel fraudulently submitted an order that differed from the one he originally presented to her. However, whenever she realized that order was entered on September 10th, a rehearing by video conference was held regarding the August 6, 2020 order granting motion to dismiss. Now, prior to the hearing, respondent called and apologized to opposing counsel for accusing him of submitting the fraudulent order. The judge had realized that there was a mistake In the August 6, 2020 order as drafted, and in light of respondent's apology, declined to impose sanctions against respondent and vacated the August 6, 2020 order. Now, on or about March 29th, 2021, respondent posted a video to her YouTube channel titled In Re-Guardianship of John Doe. Now, in the video clip, respondent discussed a guardianship matter that she described as another heavy litigated case of mine. The detailed facts relating to the parties and legal issues. Complainant, an attorney who represented the temporary guardian in a case similar to the one described by respondent, filed a bar grievance alleging that respondent was discussing the confidential guardianship proceeding where he represented the temporary guardian in the video. In the video, respondent represented that she had spoken to the guardian in the case and described the purported conversation. Complainant alleged that if this were true, it would constitute a violation of Rule 4 and 4.2, as the guardian was represented by him and he had not given consent for respondent to speak with his client. In addition, complainant alleged that some of the details provided in the video were false or exaggerations of the truth and disparaged the professional guardian and the court system. Does this sound familiar? In response to the complaint, respondent denied that she was discussing the case in which complainant represented the guardian, stated that she was using a fictional account to educate the public about the issues and dangers of professional guardians. While respondent utilized stock video footage and stock photos, respondent did not provide any written or verbal disclaimers that this was a dramatization and not an actual event. Recommendations as to guilt. I recommend that respondent be found guilty of violating the following rules of the Florida Bar: misconduct, minor misconduct, impugning qualifications, integrity of judges or other officers, misconduct, and oath of admission to the Florida Bar. I also recommend the respondent be found guilty of violating the following rules regulating the Florida Bar and the Florida Bar File number 21, deceptive and inherently misleading advertisements and misconduct. Standard for imposing these: it basically gives you certain standards that they have to: violations of their duties owed, aggravating factors, multiple offenses, mitigating factors, absence of a prior disciplinary record. So these are good things. Personal or emotional problems, full and free disclosure to the bar or cooperative attitude towards the proceedings, inexperience in the practice of law. Interesting, isn't it? Inexperience in the practice of law. Respondents was admitted just in 2017. So from 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, in 3 years' time, she managed to get a little bit of a slap here. Remorse. So she felt bad about it. Case law, considering all of this right here, 15 days, and required her to attend the ethics school after approving the referee's finding of fact and recommendations of guilt and disapproving. And McCallum accused, Fifth Judicial Circuit accusing 2 sitting court judges. What is this? Oh, in a series of letters McCallum wrote, blah, 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 video recordings, and that was just McCallum, and then Florida Bar. They're just giving some case law behind this particular one. Respondent shall attend the Florida Bar's advertising workshop within 6 months of 1 year probation with the following condition: participate actively in the program offered by Florida Assistance by signing a rehabilitation contract. So this is a completely different one. I'm sorry. This is the first one in 2020. So I take that back. This was her first one in 2020 that got her in all kinds of a little bit of trouble. And so there was a referee that she was going to pay some restitution on this particular one unless otherwise deferred by the board of the Florida Bar. And so this would have been, I just want to make sure I have the case right, SC 21549. And then there was this one here, which was conditional plea for consent judgment, yeah, so this is the same one. Respondent is all times mentioned herein as the case. Disciplinary measures to be imposed are public recommend, administered by publication, attend the advertising, participate in the program if the respondent is already under contract with Florida, and gives them a nice breakdown of all that they're doing, just basically the sanctions that are being imposed by them. The hearing was heard by them pursuant to the conditional plea. Florida bar number, posted a video on her YouTube channel. This got her in trouble. In addition, complaint alleged that some of the details, representation pursuant to this conditional guilty plea, respondent admits to violating these rules. Florida bar has approved the proposed plea in a manner. This plea is not finally approved by the referee in Supreme Court Florida. This shall have no effect. If it's approved, then they have to have a certain amount of costs. Further agrees. Hey, thank you. Thank you, P. Enervan. Poner. Thank you very much. I appreciate you becoming a member. Thank you very much, Gabby Webb, for the 5 gifted memberships. Oh my gosh, let's give you some love.
Welcome to the shit show.
Every single day, a new flavor of fuckery, 'cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of rocks. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, balder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery. Thank you, Debbie Baker. Oh, that's so nice of you. I appreciate you so much. Listen, now, all you new members, welcome. It's so good to have you. Thank you, Baker. And then also, oh my gosh, maybe not sent 20 gifted memberships. Oh, it's going to start dinging up here really soon. Look at that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Maybe not for the gifted memberships. Holy cow, those things are going to come rolling in here. We're just going to hear all of them. They're just going to keep dinging away. Thank you so much. Vanessa 11G has become a member. Man, it is just going to get noisy in here, isn't it? And it's going to be Sarah Wagle. Thank you so much for joining this wonderful place. And we will play that song again. Maybe not as grifting for membership and supporting the memberships. Thank you. And Silhouette, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Let's see if we can pull all of those up. See, those things don't show up here like they're supposed to. Thank you very much. Buffed Old Man has become a member. This is awesome. I love it whenever you guys all come in here. And those will just keep ringing across. There we go. Chris Styles has also become a member. Oh, man, I really wish I had the super tips up and running. Those things would be so much fun. But whenever I get those up, I will play those for you. Spin Doctor has become a member. Thank you, Spin Doctor. Man, thank you. Maybe not. That's so nice of you. We will we'll play the good one here shortly. 9 Pin Bowling has also become a member. This is so awesome. Thank you, guys. Twaddledum, how you doing? Twaddlebum. I'm always going to get those wrong. Ding, 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 ding. Yay, yes. It is such a special time to be hanging out with all of you. I mean, we got the zookeeper here. He has become a member. David Meadows. Thank you. See, you got the zookeeper. He said, thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. We're having so much fun. We just say, yeah, baby. You know, it's so good to be here. Thank you, David Baker. Welcome, new members. You guys are so cool. I thank you all so very much. I prefer the banjo. I know you prefer the banjo, but I had to pull that thing out there because, man, it just about broke me. Man, I was hoping the super tips would be working because I had one that just had me laughing. Man, the super tips, I thought I had it figured out, but nope. But I should have those figured out by tomorrow. I should have those figured out by tomorrow. I may have to do some special magic. Thank you, Nancy Baxter, newest member. Hey, Jaws, how you doing? I prefer the banjo. Yeah, the banjo was fun. It's getting there though. It's getting better than what it was. Thank you so much. Oh, some century. No, I'll have it done today. I mean, it'll probably be after the stream. I'll sit down and I'll figure out what I missed. More than likely, it's just a plug-in that I didn't do properly. And then once I figure that out, it's going to be awesome. It's awesome. And I mean, I'll give you guys a view of what that thing would sound like. Because man, it is glorious. And of course, I've got my newest member that will be joining me on there. It's called Monkey Butts. Right here is Monkey Butt. That's Monkey Butts. Maybe not. Oh God. Yes, it's Monkey Butts. Monkey Butts is my new friend. Hello, Heather. See, I knew you guys would like Monkey Butts. You should hear Monkey Butts. Monkey Butts always has a lot to say. Thank you so much. Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Welcome. All right, I think that stopped for a little bit. Tammy, you got to see Monkey Butts? Oh yeah. Okay. So basically they go down through all of this thing, conditional guilty plea for consent judgment fully, which was August 2021. So they had those. And then of course, this one was another one that came out, which was SC 23. And this was in 2023, just basically saying that, she's being hurt right now, makes a complaint to the Florida bar. See, this one is in 2022, makes a motion to dismiss, because she's permanently retired from the practice of law. On March 8th, 2023, submitted a petition for permanent retirement to the Florida bar. On March 10th of 2023, executive director for the Florida bar accepted the petition for permanent retirement. Respondent approved petition has been forwarded to the records department, and respondent approved petition for permanent retirement renders the current disciplinary cases moot and should be dismissed with no further action. And you say, well, what exactly was that all about? Well, it looks like also Bengelli, Jennifer, sued her. Jennifer Miles, Jennifer Bengelli, brought in by through her undersigned counsel. This is an action for damages of more than $30,000, inclusive of interest, costs, and an all times material. This one was actually dropped. Yeah. So there was a suit brought against her for with a complaint and a demand for jury trial. This one was brought against her. And as you can see, it says that on June 25th, 2020, she filed, substituted in 2020. Defendants filed on behalf of plaintiff a motion for contempt. I mean, this is the kind of motions that they were filing. Another motion for contempt against plaintiff's former husband. Defendant filed on behalf of the plaintiff a supplemental petition. On the 18th, defendants filed on behalf of the plaintiff a motion for a social investigation. On the 18th, filed on behalf of plaintiff. I mean, this is the thing. These defendants were filing motions, sole decision to take over child's therapist, motion to discharge child's therapist. Defendants filed on behalf of plaintiff motion for sole decision-making authority to appoint a child play therapist. I mean, these are the things that they actually were working in tandem of doing over a period of time. The Florida bar filed a complaint against her in the Supreme Court of Florida after a finding of probable cause related to an incident that occurred in 2020. In 2021, they filed on behalf of plaintiff 4 subpoenas to non-parties. Defendants canceled a hearing that had been set for May. Defendants filed on behalf of plaintiff a motion to compel a guardian ad litem to comply with the subpoena. The defendants filed on behalf of plaintiff 2 additional motions for contempt against the plaintiff's former husband. I mean, this is the kind of shenanigans that these folks were playing. They would file, they would pull files, they would create new files, they would get depositions, and this is the shenanigans that they were working in tandem of doing. So it was hard to keep track of them. And that started getting these folks a little bit upset of just like, hey, they have no knowledge of what's going on here, but for whatever reason, they're doing all this kind of crazy crap, and they're just filing like the most crazy things that we've ever seen. Cancel, and we'll close that. And yes, plat save, continue. There we go. I'm just saving these things because I had to go in and do some redactions on them. And that one's good. That one's done. And yes, let's save. Yes, let's save. I was doing some redactions while we were sitting here. And save. There we go. Oh, thank you. Oh, Emma Washington, a $2 through a super chat. Tug Raiders, welcome, Tug Raiders. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see all of you. Man, it is so awesome. It's so awesome. We got some great peoples over here. I'm telling you, some really great peoples. I appreciate all of yes. All right, let's see. Before referee, report of referee before consent of judgment. I want to make sure that this is the right one because there were multiple ones. No, that's the same one. Basically about making the statements that were disparaging. Okay, and then there's an order on Florida's bar to dismiss, permanent retirement, and yeah, here was the final order on the bar's motion to dismiss on another case. This is what she pulled up right here, and let me find it right here. So there was an order that was made, this having come before this referee upon the Florida bar's motion to dismiss, and this referee being otherwise fully advised in the premises finds that response has submitted her petition for permanent retirement on March 8th of 2023 to the executive director of the Florida bar, and on March 10th, 2023, the petition was approved by Joshua Doyle, the executive director of the Florida bar. Respondent has no objection to the bar's motion, therefore it's ordering the judge the bar's motion to dismiss is granted. So basically, whenever she said, hey, I'm turning over my bar license, I'm permanently retiring, you won't see me around here no more, then she was basically, it was dismissed. At that petition that she filed, the writ of quo warranto and petition for relief pursuant to all writs, this one right here, ended up being dropped right there. But as you can see that there were lower tribunals in all of this, 2022, 30, 99, 190, 683, every single one of those. Oh, another $2 chat. I love it here today. It's a dry 108 degrees. I love that. I love that, Emma. That is beautiful. Those are beautiful temps. We love those temps. Those are awesome. Thank you very much. $2 for Emma Washington. Yeah, I would love it. Dry and 108. Oh, it's like New Mexico all over again. Just nice and dry. Okay. Now we get down to this next one right here. This next one's a little bit funkier to understand because there was a complaint and a demand for jury trial. So this was against all of these former people and people she had associations with. It shows you how fast she will turn on people. whenever she gets called out by and through the undersigned counsel, hereby files their complaint to defendants, and it gives, all of the people that she filed a complaint against. This is the action for damage in excess of $35,000, located or operating in Orange County. They operate in Lakeland, Florida, Orange County, Florida, Brevard County, Florida, and domiciled in, I'm not saying there because I've got it covered out. And then another one is in Ovidio, Florida. So on or about June 20th, Chartine Vieira and Leslie Ann, they signed a contract to retain the services of Chartine as an independent contractor for LIPS, where she would handle the bookings of all mediations, hearings, depositions, pretrial conferences, and trials, basic filings, and client status conferences. Now, she brought this case up, and I'm not going to go through all of it, basically just saying that she did a whole bunch of stuff in this case. This is all public court documents. You can look it up. You can find all of this. Following the conversation between Chartine, goes off, and basically after filing this extensive piece, going through months of garbage, saying that she inflicted on the plaintiffs in the amount of $400,000. What is their idea of $400,000? I guess so they can keep it under $500,000 or something, for the damages caused to her, and damages to cover the emotional, physical damage to her. Emotional and physical damage to her. But, bye, Max. You have a good one. Good to see you, Max. Good to see you. Tug Raiders. Welcome, Tug Raiders. Welcome, welcome. Well, after all of this complaints, there was, that's the wrong one. Judgment entered. That was another one. Doggone it. I have the wrong one pulled up here. Give me just a second. Let me find the correct one. And see, this is what happens whenever you're looking at crazy stuff all day. Because I've been I've been working all day. So if I'm a little off, that'd be why, because I am a goofball. Most days, I usually am much more organized with all of this, but of course, I had the wrong damn thing pulled up. This is this one right here, I do believe. Order to compel was denied. Motion to quash was denied. The exhibits did come in, and it was dropped. I can't find the dropped document on that one. Is it this one? It's court entered order. Court allowed. Oh, that's another one. A completely different one. Sorry, that's not even her. Close tabs. That was something completely different. I thought that was the right one. Against court. Blah, blah, blah. Accident. Letters. Screenshots. Where did it go? Motion dismiss order in the circuit court. Disposition is this right here. It's the wrong one again, because I'm awful. Yeah, that's not it either. See, I thought I had all of this stuff organized, but of course I don't. It is not there. It's not where it should be. And for whatever reason, I think all my documents got moved to another location whenever I was doing a bunch of cleanup on my computer. And that's why I can't find it. Because I suck so bad. Oh, well, that's not gonna pull up there, is it? It's gonna be off like crazy. Let me see here if I've got it. I think this one right here. There's one file 11. No, it is, I believe, document 46. I think that's the correct one. No, it is not 82. Ah, there it is. this is the fun one. This is the absolute fun one. Because it is always been pretty crazy stuff that we've seen. Let me pull up something else here before we go too far. Right here, that one. For whatever reason, I closed my browser on that. All right, here we go. Share this for you fine people. There it is. All right. Now, this one here came up. Now, if you're wondering what this is about, this was filed by Chips. Okay. Now, Chips got himself into a bit of a pickle, and he's still in a bit of a pickle because in his current case, where he is the named attorney, apparently they didn't, the new attorneys didn't name themselves in the lawsuit. Okay. So they just basically showed up and made these people pro se litigants while an appeal is going on in a federal case. And the judge had a lot to say about that. The same judge had a lot to say about a lot of the bad behavior that they were doing in all of this. There was quite a bit of behavior that got them into a, how would you put it, a bit of a scrap that left them sort of without an attorney. Now, their attorney, which from this order right here, ended up filing a shotgun pleading, which would have been Chips. Whenever he filed that shotgun pleading, he got himself into a bit of a bind. Now, that bind is currently on appeal with a couple of other attorneys, and they filed, I want to make sure I have the right ones. I'm pretty sure it's this one. Yeah. Yep, this is correct right here. This is one of them that they filed, and I'll make it a little bit larger here. Give me just a second, because there's three of them that got ruled on, and it's these right here. So this one in particular right here shows that these are the new attorneys, and that they can be, hold on, let me do something here. Stop share. Let me do something real quick, because that should have been taken care of. I'm going to have to go back and edit that one out. Give me just a second. Ooh, I'm going to have to edit that out, because that was not supposed to have that on there. I thought I already had that done. Give me just a second here. We're going to redact that and redact this. Redact, and apply. Continue, and there we go. Let's do that. Save that, because those should have been redacted, and I didn't have them in there. So let's do that. Apply. Continue. All of this just to do it. And you wonder why we don't do these redactions all the time. I mean, even though it's a public document, I still try to keep things redacted if possible. And I can just pull that and redact that right there. Boom. And that should do it right there on that one. Sorry, folks. It should have been redacted already, but of course I'm a slacker. And okay, that's right. Now I can show it. All right. So these two attorneys and the law firm are moving to withdraw representation of plaintiffs in this. Is this the lady that told the Florida bar that Lips had to her kid hide in a house during a custody case? No, that was a different one. That was a different Antium. That one we still have all of that information. That was her old paralegal. This one here is under I'm sorry, probably bouncing around quite a bit because there is so much information. Give me a second. I'll pull you up right there because I saw it. Where did it go? See, my chat scrolled away from it. Here we go. Is this the lady that told the Florida bar that Lips had her hide a kid in the house? That was her former paralegal. That was a contract paralegal that had her hide the kid in the house. And that document is what I thought I had pulled up earlier, but it is buried in another folder on a hard drive. So I don't have quick access to it. Thank you, Auntie A. Thank you. I appreciate you, Auntie M. Appreciate you. Sorry about that for the confusion. This one here is this is a completely different one. This is under a guardianship that gave a shotgun pleading. Now, because of this pleading right here, the judge very specifically stated, this case is before the court on a motion to dismiss. The third amended one of this complaint is an impenetrable mess. As egregious a shotgun pleading as has ever hit the docket, this order dismisses the action on that basis and notes alternatively that the complaint fails to state a federal claim on which relief could be granted. Dismissal should be appropriate on that basis too. And it gives a definition of a shotgun pleading. Resolving cases on the merits with each side taking its best hold has been my goal through the years. With sound case management, issues can almost always be framed adequately, if not with precision, and cases can go forward. I have denied dozens of motions asserting complaints were shotgun pleadings, and I have granted leave to amend in dozens of other cases so that shotgun pleading deficiencies could be cured. And he basically cites the ones that he did. Receiving motions to dismiss, setting a hearing to address the shotgun pleading issue, and after the hearing granted leave to amend, after which the case went forward on the merits. Amend and ultimately resolve the case on the merits. Rare is the case in which a plaintiff obdurately refuses to clean up the shotgun pleading. And the Lips and Chips are notorious for doing this, filing these completely just bullshit, it's like a scatter shot of garbage, hoping that something lands on the mark. Now, in doing this, they got themselves, Chips got removed off of this case. They hired these other attorneys to come in and basically clean this up or handle the case. Now, they never filed in this court because they're working on the appeal, which they withdrew in the appeal also. And as you can see, that they did this in a glorious way. But what is going to be noted here is the judge says 3 attorneys have appeared before the plaintiffs in this action. Hunker, Paxton, Federigos. Hunker, Paxton have filed 3 versions of a motion for leave to withdraw. They have not given reasons for the proposed withdrawal. The first version of the motion asserts that both the plaintiffs do not object to plaintiffs and all counsel for defendants have been notified of the filing of this motion do not object. First one right here. It says, move to withdraw from representing in this action. Plaintiffs and all counsel for defendants have been notified of the filing of this motion and do not object. So you can see right there. The withdrawal will result in the plaintiff's proceeding pro se. Plaintiffs can be contacted individually. Now, if they were going to do something to amend this, they would have put in an amended motion to withdraw. And then they said withdraw from represented plaintiffs in this action. Withdrawal will result in plaintiffs proceeding pro se. They can be contacted individually. And instead, here they just put a corrected motion to withdraw. And then they came along and they put a corrected motion to withdraw again and represented plaintiffs in this action. Withdrawal will result in plaintiffs proceeding pro se. Now, and that plaintiffs do not object. Plaintiffs do not consent to the withdrawal of the counsel as set forward above. On the second and third versions, delete the sentence saying the plaintiffs and defendants do not object. So the second and third versions of the motion assert the plaintiffs object and give no indication of the defendant's position. So they don't state in that whatsoever. It was so 50-page denial. It was so hilarious. Oh, yeah. We will be getting to the 50-page denial. All three versions of the motions say the withdrawal of Mr. Hunker and Ms. Paxton would leave the plaintiffs pro se. I want to make sure I did something here. And Very cool. Very cool. I'm just, somebody sent me a message. It's funny. All three versions of the motions say the withdrawal and this order requires the plaintiffs and attorneys to address whether Chips is still in the case, and if not, when and how he exited. In any event, leave for the last attorney to withdraw will not be granted without two things the current motions lack. The first is either an appearance by a substitute attorney for two plaintiffs in their capacities as personal representatives, because a personal representative cannot proceed pro se in representing an estate. Or B, a showing of grounds for abandoning such a plaintiff despite that prohibition. The second prerequisite to any such withdrawal is notice of physical address where any pro se plaintiff can receive hard copy mailings. Especially given the history of this litigation, the plaintiff's attorneys should ensure the future motions are accurately and comply with all applicable rules. And it says the motions of Hunker and Paxton for leave to withdraw are denied without prejudice. Now, by January 20th, 2026, they must file a notice stating whether Mr. Federigos is still representing them in this action, and if not, when and how the representation ended. Now, this notice must be filed by an attorney of record for the plaintiffs, and if any attorney of record disagrees with the filing, that attorney of record must be filed by the 27th. A notice stating that attorney's position. Each attorney of record is responsible for filing the initial notice, but if one notice has been filed, an attorney who agrees with it need not file another notice. And you think about that. That was just a few days ago. What, 3 days ago? It's crazy. It's crazy. 3 days ago. This is a rare case. There may have never been a more egregious shotgun pleading than the original complaint. The three amended versions tendered in this case, the order granting leave to file the last of these, the third amended complaint now before the court, warned the plaintiff of this circuit's shotgun pleading prohibition and provided citations to several circuit decisions setting out the governing standards. The order noted that a primary reason for the prohibition is the need to make clear which allegations of a complaint apply to which defendants and which counts. The order added any third amended complaint must be short and plain and must conform with the law of the circuit of shotgun pleadings. Now everybody wants one. Everybody wants one. In response to the order, the plaintiffs filed the third amended complaint for convenience. This order refers simply as the complaint. It is not short or plain and does not conform with the law of the circuit on shotgun pleadings. Quite the contrary. It is as bad as the prior versions, or nearly so. It is an impenetrable mess. It spans 135 pages and includes 453 numbered paragraphs, not counting subparagraphs and unnumbered text. It cites documents and exhibits that were not included in the filing, and the defendants say were not served on them, in response to motions to dismiss based partly on the absence of allegations of fact. The plaintiffs say they provided voluminous, tangible, and factual detailed support for their claims at an unspecified location within 1,139 pages of material filed previously. Some of the material could perhaps be considered on a motion to dismiss. Much of it could not. And more importantly, at this point, the plaintiffs cannot cure the complaint's shotgun pleading violation by suggesting the court and defendants plow through voluminous, extraneous material in search of facts that properly included in the complaint itself. The mass of unorganized material not tied to any specific defendant or count compounds, it does not cure the shotgun pleading problem. A reader of the complaint, with or without separate materials, is left to guess which allegations relate to which counts. Successive counts incorporate prior allegations with little rhyme or reason. And you can see by ECF number 14, 64, 92, 65, 96, and all of these citations. And a reader is sometimes left to guess which plaintiffs assert claims against which defendants in which counts. The complaint makes little effort to mask this, often referring to plaintiffs or defendants, and thus leaving the reader to guess whether an allegation relates to one plaintiff or more than one defendant or more than one of anything. If more than one, the complaint leaves the reader to guess which ones. This is a do your best to figure my screw up out approach is precisely the kind of thing shotgun pleading principles prohibits. With broad conclusions, but few facts, as we have seen. The complaint alleges the 23 defendants engaged in a racketeering influenced, or RICO, enterprise whose purpose was to fraudulently deplete a now deceased individual's assets in the estate that is being administered in a Florida state court. Some of the alleged fraudulent actions, though not all, were approved by the state court. Indeed, the complaint alleges the court assisted the enterprise. The state court's approval matters as the order granting leave to file this version of the complaint warned the plaintiffs. The plaintiffs should note, well, there are legal limits on federal district court ability to interfere with ongoing state courts. The complaint's vague allegations and haphazard incorporations by reference make it impossible to sort out which parts of the claims are barred by these principles. Many of the complaint's conclusions, including apparently a veiled suggestion of murder, are unsupported by factual allegations, plausible or otherwise. But all for three primary defendants, the complaint is completely devoid of factual allegations showing or supporting any interference that the defendants knew of, let alone participated in any misconduct or conspiracy. Fraud must be alleged with particularity. But here the allegations of fraud would not pass muster even under the relaxed standards applicable to other subjects. The plaintiffs seem to have sued almost everybody who dealt with a decedent, his healthcare, or his estate. Even for the three primary defendants, the complaint's factual allegations are not sufficient to state a claim on which relief can be granted. Basically, the judge has looked at this set and said, I have no idea what you're doing. You have got how many defendants in this right here? You want to see right here. They show Sketchley Law Firm et al. but it is a numerous amount of people that are involved in this. It wasn't just one or two plaintiffs, because the judge had a whole lot to say about the sanctions that were going to be coming down on him. They were very specific about this, and they said, "Oh, hell to the no. You're going to have to come up with a better excuse than this." The judge was not happy whatsoever. Judge was quite aggravated that Chips could not even file this thing properly. He was so upset, matter of fact, that whenever all of this was put out there, he said, "Hey, I'm giving you a chance to correct this. I'm telling you what needs to be corrected. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They got 8 attorneys, law firms that are involved in this case. And some of them have tried to make it even easier. It's a whole lot easier on him to get his crap together. But he didn't do that. He refused to get his crap together in any way, shape, or form, and just continued on like there was nothing that ever happened. Whenever the judge ruled on this, that he needed to move forward, they filed, or Chips filed a motion to have this put into an appeal, because he didn't like the decision. Didn't like it at all. Matter of fact, the judge was pretty aggravated in his behavior, to the point where he said, "Hey, I am going to sanction you a lot." And I'm looking for the actual document here that does have the amount that he was looking at. I want to just double check. Was it 105? I think it might have been 105. No, he was just telling the council they had to have their shit together. And document 100 is not it. 99, 98. I do not have that one. I thought for sure I had that one. There was also, whenever it went to appeal, it got dismissed. Yeah, this is the one. I'm pretty sure this is the correct one. There was pending fees motions that was put out there. Those pending fees motions are still on hold. They're in excess. Once you start calculating all of it up, a large amount. It's not small. It's not like the judge was like, "Oh, we'll be playing around here and say, oh yeah, we'll just wait, see how much we're going to charge you." United, but whatever works. Did Chip stamp his feet like a 2-year-old tantrum? No, I think he's about on the same level of Saran Wrap. As I said, we've got 50 pages before the case was dismissed with prejudice. I mean, and you have to understand, this right here is the same judge that Deuce is screwing around with, given a hard time to. Judge Hinkle is in charge of all of these, and I'm not going to read through all of this because, like I said, it is a 50-page document. But I want to get down to the very, very fortunate part that the judge pulls up, because he's addressing all of their garbage. But down towards the very bottom, I'm sorry if it's making you dizzy, we'll get down here because it is beautiful. Patty's also has become a mentor. Thank you very much. And Debbie Baker has sent 5 gifted memberships. Debbie Baker, thank you so much. That is so nice of you. Thank you very much. Brenna's mom. Thank you, Brenna's mom, for joining and watching. I appreciate you. We'll just let this ring out. Queen B0517, thank you so much. Also, Crystal T. Nice. It's like Crystal T. Like, I'm full special to me, Crystal T. All right. The complaint does not meet this requirement, even if the complaint were deemed sufficient to allege a given defendant profited from the enterprise. The complaint does not allege what the defendant did with the money, how the defendant used the money in an enterprise, or invested it in an enterprise. And that's just page 46. We got to get down here to page 50. And it is right here, because the judge, it says, state law claims, and this is X. Okay, so that means he's had to come through all of this. If the entire action was not being dismissed on shotgun pleading grounds, the federal RICO claim would be dismissed for failure to state a claim on which relief can be granted. And I will play the song. Just bear with me. This would leave no other independent basis of federal jurisdiction. As a matter of discretion, I would decline to exercise supplemental jurisdiction over those claims. Conclusion. The third amended complaint is an egregious shotgun pleading. The plaintiffs filed the pleading in that form despite a clear warning of the governing standards and the requirement to comply with them. A possible explanation is that the plaintiffs simply do not have a factual basis for their claims and then must set them out in general, conclusory language without clear organization, the better to mask the lack of factual basis for the claims. Whatever the explanation, the plaintiffs cannot proceed in this manner. The plaintiffs should be given leave. The plaintiffs could be given leave to try again. But as a matter of discretion, I choose not to do that. It seems clear that some of these defendants should not have been sued at all, and seems likely that affording the plaintiffs another opportunity to amend would increase the cost of litigation and otherwise accomplish nothing. Had the plaintiffs been able to allege facts showing a RICO violation or other basis for recovery, they should have alleged the facts in the third amended complaint. They had fair warning, and it's ordered that these numbers 36, 41, 52, 54, 55, 56, 62, 68, 70, and 71 are granted. Now, if you're wondering what these right here are, all of those motions are for fees. Based on those motions and the court's own motion, the third amended complaint is dismissed with prejudice. As you can see, complaint dismissed with prejudice. It's not that they're saying, oh, we're just going to wait and do this again. The judge is saying, no, this whole case is being dismissed with prejudice. If not for the dismissal with prejudice on that basis, count one would be dismissed with prejudice for failure to state a claim on which relief can be granted, and the remaining claims will be dismissed based on the discretion not to exercise supplemental jurisdiction over them. The clerk must end a judgment and close the file. This right here was signed on June 24th, 2025. So if you're wondering why court cases take so long, you can look at attorneys that drag shit out when they don't need to. Now, there was an order deferring a ruling on attorney's fees. The action has been dismissed. The plaintiffs have appealed. Pending in the court are 6 defense motions for attorney's fees. 6 over all of those attorneys, because some of them combined and said, we're going to split whatever it is that comes out of this. The motion to strike them also pending is the question whether fees should be awarded on the court's own motion as a sanction under Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 11. This order denies the motion to strike and defers consideration of the fees motion pending resolution of the appeal. Now, this is the game that they've been playing. Good evening, Yamaha. Good to see you. I got something to show Yamaha because he's the one that got to see it first, but I think Monkey Butts needs to be shown. That's monkey butts. And we'll play something for you guys later, so you'll understand what's going to happen with super tips. It's going to be awesome whenever I get it all done. This order denies the motion to strike, defers the consideration of the fees motions pending resolution of the appeal. Plaintiffs are correct that fees may be awarded on the party's Rule 11 motion only if the movement provided 21 days notice and opportunity to cure, but only one of the 6 pending motions relies on Rule 11, and that motion asserts the required notice was given. Moreover, the 21-day requirement does not apply to Rule 11 sanctions on the court's own motion, and this order requires the plaintiff's attorney to show cause why Rule 11 sanctions should not be entered on that basis. In any event, the fees motion cannot be struck or denied based on the 21-day requirement, because this is what they tried to play. One asserted basis for fee award is Florida statutes. In any civil litigation resulting in an act or practice involving a violation of this part, basically saying, hey, you are going to receive fees. And I do have an open letter tonight, but Yamaha, if you want to come by, I do have one. Trust me. If the link worked, I hope it did. I think I sent you one. Yeah, I sent you one. I think that's right. I'm pretty sure that's the right link. If the link doesn't work, just yell at me. I'll get you hooked up, unless you just can't make it. I understand. Finally, a procedural note. Local Rule 54.1 adopts a bifurcated attorney's fee procedure. Party must obtain an order determining the party's entitlement, and it's ordered the plaintiff's motion to strike ECF 96 is denied. That was the one we just read. The paragraph applies to claims against defendants. The paragraphs, go into all of this. Deadline for the plaintiff's attorney to show cause is required by paragraph 2 is 14 days after the issuance of 11th Circuit mandate dismissing the pending appeal. The plaintiffs have abandoned their claims against all defendants other than those excluded. There will be no remaining requirement to show cause. So they won't have to do any show cause. So what happens after 14 days after the 11th Circuit is mandating dismissing the pending appeal or affirming the dismissal of the claims against the defendant under consideration? But if prior to filing the initial brief, the 11th Circuit, the plaintiffs have abandoned their claims against all defendants other than those excluded by the first sentence, paragraph 2, there will be no remaining requirement to show cause. So they will just automatically get fees. It will happen. So whenever he pulled his stuff, again, that was back in June. Here we are, June, July, August, September. 3 months later, he's striking down his motion to basically get sanctions wiped off the books. Well, this happened right here also. Order confirming deadlines on fee and sanctions issues. 11th Circuit dismissed the appeal and issued a mandate, but now has reinstated the appeal, at least 2 appellants. Still pending in this court are 6 defense motions for attorney's fees, a separate issue of whether fees should be awarded to the court's own motion. Deferred consideration of the fee and sanctions pending resolution of the appeal. The order set deadlines 14 days after issuance. The judgment of relevant respects. This order now clarifies the 11th Circuit mandate that was previously issued but now has been at least partially withdrawn, did not trigger the 14-day deadlines. And so on the 4th of September, it's ordered 14 days after the issuance of that, basically just reaffirming what he said earlier. And that was in November. And then, of course, here we are in January. And it looks like those attorneys that were handling the appeal have pulled out. Why do you think they pulled out? Be interesting to find out, but you're not going to find out tonight. No. Because we're going to have a little talk here about Crazy. Because it looks like Crazy is finally gone, started dirty deleting things, started pulling things off the internet, going, oh my gosh, I've gotten in all kinds of trouble. I guess by now you've heard about the Treehouse of Love. The Treehouse of Love. That never happened. And turns out it was just Jeremy's place of solitude. his nice little place of solitude. And of course, then you get the two fleas over there just jumping around like a couple of wild child people saying, oh no, this was all planned. This was all planned. And well, it's very interesting whenever it's all planned that, the shit didn't work out like it was supposed to, did it? No, that shit didn't work out. Almost like everything else they do tends to not work out. It keeps falling flat on its face. It keeps crashing and burning. It keeps just more and more bullshit just keeps happening. And you're sitting there going, why? Why haven't they stopped doing this kind of crap? Why do they continue with the kind of silliness that they're doing? Why is it? Why is it that they continually do this kind of crap? And why is it that they continually get away with it? Well, because nobody ever calls them out on their BS. Nobody calls them out on their BS. Now, what's going to be really interesting, and I say this in all seriousness, this one's going to be really interesting, and I'll sort of show you why. It was something that was pointed out, and then I went and looked at it because I was like, oh, that is true. This one right here was saying, actually, no, it doesn't. It looks like a blunder, just like all of your other blunders. And what exactly is the blunder here? If you look at it, you're just like, well, what's the blunder here? It says, it looks like a blunder, just like your other blunders. But see, there's something, and I could be wrong on this. Could be seriously wrong on this. And I know you guys can see my mouse. You notice after they put in a little chat here, then of course there's a blank, and there's something added in here, and then there's another little thing added in here. And you look at those, and you sort of have to look really close at it. You can sort of see, why isn't there another one here? Because these would be two separate lines, so you would have a little posting here and not there. Be interesting. Now, this one says, Letha, I seriously can't believe you created a thumbnail. Well, we got to get Nurse Stupid up here. We got to get Nurse Stupid. Give me a second. Oh, shizzy, there was so much fun with Tug, Megan, and Jeremy around the treehouse today. It was awesome. That is awesome, Jaws. I love it. So here we go. We got the nurse. She says, "Oh no, I gotta get the correct one here, because we gotta find the one that's an attorney. Actually, she's more like a crossing guard. Not really an attorney. She's like, that would be too much work. That'd be too much work. So let's get the. No, it's her. It's her. Lisa, I'm certainly can't believe you created the thumbnail you did. I do not like him on a romantic level. I think he is a nice person. You did at one point too. What's wrong with being neutral? Why are you doing this to me? Am I unblocked again? Please. I'm not taking the video down. Nor the thumbnail. You should have thought about that before deceiving me. Have you seen the crazy shit he posts? Not even about me, but you, Lisa. This man has hurt so many people. He plays this great guy, but he's now shown who he is. Whatever. Stop falling for his bullshit and get your head out of your ass. That's good. He's an idiot to believe this. Yeah. Showing. Because that doesn't make any sense. Also, it's really weird that the numbers over here on one, numbers over here on no numbers are here, just dates. Really odd to me. I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at the way, because the colors aren't right either. That's what's so funky. But we've seen some of their fake crap before too. We've seen some of their fake crap before also. I mean, this isn't abnormal for them to be showing weird, crazy things. But you want to see something really weird and crazy? I'll have to show it for Yamaha. You know, I do have to do it for Yamaha because he's here. Yeah. Do you want to hear something wild and crazy, Yami? You want to hear something wild and crazy? Well, I will show you something wild and crazy. Give me just a second. Well, let's see what we got here. We'll share the screen here so you guys can see what the super tips is supposed to look like and supposed to do. Here we go. This is what the super tips is supposed to look like here, but guess what? It's not working like it's supposed to. Why? Why is it not working like it's supposed to? Well, I don't know, but this is what you were supposed to hear whenever it came on. It's supposed to be this. Why is it not playing? Unplayed. That's why. What did it do? Why did it not play like it's supposed to? Huh. It didn't do it like it was supposed to. Here we go. Maybe this will work. Can you hear me this?
Well, everyone, welcome to the shit show with your host. He is a moron and we excuse him, but only because he don't know no better.
Oh no, like not this guy again. He is so like disgusting. Can someone give him my new number? Call me Shizzy.
Give me that drill. Please give me that drill. Zutsi.
That's what you're supposed to be hearing.
No, not the drill.
I don't care that Yamaha. Is he a real biker? He looks like a deranged dragon. Doesn't anyone see what I see? Pull peepholes. They are in the walls.
And let's see, I've got another one here. Let's just how does this go? Let's play this one.
Well, where is my daddy Yamaha? Can he like spank me for a bit? I have been such a bad monkey. Let me, get that banana before like I go crazy. Ah ha 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 ah ha ah ha 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 ah.
No, get thee behind me, satanic monkey. Better yet, where is my drill? Time to go for gold. Brr, pee, do 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 do.
But the second one was much better because it sounds like he's really drilling his head.
Well, where is my daddy Yamaha? Can he spank me for a bit? I have been such a bad monkey. Let me, get that banana before I go crazy. Ah ha 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 ah ha ah ha 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 ah.
No, get thee behind me, satanic monkey. Better yet, where is my drill? Time to go for gold. Dodo, do, dodo, dodo.
But the best one.
I thought this would work suing people. Well, slap me silly. I am a fucking idiot that failed at everything.
No, you are a buffoon, not to be confused with baboon. Now get out of my head. Or do I need to get my drill out and remove you?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You've lost control. Oh, yes, you have lost control. Trust me. Oh, the ship is sinking. Everyone for themselves. Oh my gosh. I should type that one in there. That one's pretty funny. That was pretty good. Handing out bleach for your eyes. Yeah, that was what was supposed to happen. But of course, for whatever reason, I can't sync it up. So you don't even get the look of it. And so I'm going to fix that tomorrow. It's going to be taken care of. I'm going to have that all handled. It's just so aggravating. That one's the best, don't you think? I love it, handing out bleach for your ears. Oh, but I guess it's time for that open letter. Give me a second while I get it pulled up here for you guys. It will be glorious as soon as I get it up there. Hold on. Let me find it as quickly as I possibly can here. Make sure that we've got everything set up for you guys. A little bit of happiness flowing in there. Just easy as peasy could be. All right, let's do this while we're still awake and everybody is happy, while they're still just smiling and big grins are coming across. The open letter will be here shortly. It takes time for you just to touch it, be gentle with it, make it feel like it's welcome to be in this holy place of absolute insanity. For whatever reason, I can't seem to find the video for it. But we'll let the monkey introduce it tonight. How's that? The monkey is going to introduce
Welcome to the shit show.
Oh, geez, I hit the wrong one.
A new flavor of fuckery.
'Cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of rocks. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, balder, dash, poppycock, bollock, and fuggery. Yes, an open letter. This is how the anti-ecosystem works. This is the part that they scream to drown out. The craziness in their glitchy matrix they hope you scroll past while they blast their foghorns of bullshit outrage and scripted meltdowns. Because if you actually pause, zoom in, and dissect how this anti-ecosystem slithers along, creeping and crawling like a slimy, wet slug trail, it's not some grand conspiracy masterminded by evil genius. It's a pathetic parade of delusional dimwits. A self-sabotaging circus of incompetence and insanity that couldn't coordinate nap time without tripping over their own tangled lies. It's a hive, all right, but one buzzing with brain rot, where the queen bees are too busy stinging themselves to notice the swarms collapsing. Just watch the mechanics of this mess in motion. It's like a rusty Sabian machine built by a short bus Illuminati who forgot the blueprints. One idiot panics and pukes up half-baked accusations. Another swoops in with reassurance that's really just redirected to fresh fiction. A third reframes the whole fiasco as growth or trauma, and suddenly the entire echo chamber is chanting the same deranged mantra they swear isn't rehearsed. They claim no coordination because, hell, writing it down would require spelling skills that they clearly lack. But peek behind the curtain, and there it is. Identical emails, shotgun to multiple marked scripted pleas for mercy that scream cut and paste louder than a toddler's art project. No hive mind here, please. It's more like shared psychosis, where the script is etched in denial and the director is delusional itself. And right on cue, here's Legally Lips sliding into damage control like she's auditioning for bad courtroom drama, all tears and victimhood, no facts in sights. Lisa, I seriously can't believe you created the thumbnail you did. I did not like him on a romantic level. I think he is a nice person. You did that at 1.2. What's wrong with being neutral? Why are you doing this to me? Please take the video down. Oh, the irony. Pleading for neutrality from the queen of non-neutral nonsense, the one who's never missed a chance to sling selective sludge when it suited her, and Fleece's little clapback. I'm blocked again. Please. I'm not taking the video down nor the thumbnail. Go fuck yourself. You should have thought about that before you deceived me. Have you not seen his crazy shitty posts? All the lies that I was telling, and now they're all out there? What about the ones he made about you? You know, that might be true, all this stuff that people have said. Leslie, this man has hurt many people because we can't get away with our lies. The lies, I tell you. Leslie, he plays this great guy, but he has now shown who he really is. Stop falling for his bullshit and get your head out of your ass. Beautiful, beautiful, and bang on, exposing the ecosystem's core rot. It's deception, denial. It's a desperate chance to dodge daylight on their own dirt. It's the blueprint, the broken code running this bug-ridden system. Publicly proclaim one's position, privately peddle the opposite, then act gobsmacked when the receipts roll in like a preacher on a stripper pole. Pretend confusion is some noble quest for clarity. Inconsistency is evolution, and a tower of teetering lies will somehow stabilize. If you stack them with enough sob stories and selective amnesia, no, this isn't an ecosystem that evolves. It's one that eats itself, because any whiff of self-correction would shatter the shared hallucination that's holding it together. Step out, you're slapped with labels like traitor or turncoat, bombarded with blackmail level of bullying, or buried under emotional extortion until you slink back into the shadows. Char Wolf figured out that the hard way. She left the loony bin, handed over the evidence, and now they treat her like she's the villain for choosing sanity over their circus. And the punchline that really just has me cackling in my Velcro strap sneakers, they generally can't fathom why their antics land them in legal hot water. They strut around like lawsuits or random rainstorms, unconnected to their endless parade of reckless rants, coordinated character assassinations, and bad faith bullshit. As if a judge wakes up and one day and decided to drop dockets for misunderstanding instead of the mountain of misconduct that they've piled up. Well, newsflash, dumb fucks. Subpoenas don't care about your smoke screens, and consequences don't evaporate because you cry conspiracy. This isn't chaos. It's calculated stupidity, manipulation that has been marinated in bullshit by a gang so stuck in their groupthink that they forgot the real world runs on receipts, not whatever their crazy minds are coming up with. Now, they've mastered the art of identical sob story, firing off cookie-cutter emails to anybody who will listen, begging for a do-over while dodging the dirt that they've dumped. BBB is blasting the same boilerplate plea to me, and stupid Dave whining about depositions like they're atmospheric anomalies instead of the fallout from their own fiasco factory. Now, bar complaints, those are lobbed like lazy grenades, not to uphold ethics, but to haze the opposition. It's all fog and mirrors. It's a psychotic dodgeball game where they fling hypocrisy and hope that no one hits back, but reality's a ruthless bitch, and their playbooks as predictable as it is pathetic. Deflect, deny, double down, then dissolve into drama when the receipts drop. So, no, none of this shocks me. It's all the same sad symphony. The hive humming its hymn of half-truths, while the lies metastasize and the confusion congeals into court dates. Now they clutch their pearls when the piper calls, acting like legal shoes kick down their door uninvited when they've been leaving breadcrumbs of bullshit for years. More like a bunch of dingleberries. You don't get sued for bad luck. You get sued for being pieces of shit in your own badly scripted psychodrama. They don't suffer from misfortune. They suffer from their own twisted, fucked up minds. Signed, Shizzy Wiznut, still licking windows on the short butts and watching the psychotic fucktard smash through the stupidity over and over again, and still stupefied that they keep asking why the cuts hurt when they're the ones stabbing themselves. I still haven't figured it out, but maybe Monkey Butts has. Oh my gosh, chat, you are glorious. You are glorious. Hey, Rosalind, how are you doing? I got to show Rosalind Monkey Butts. See? Oh my gosh. I hope that everybody is going to have a wonderful evening tonight. It has been a crazy, crazy, crazy week. Past 2 weeks, all through the holidays. I don't know. I still don't think that I've recovered entirely from all of this. There's so much going on. It's that. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. I love it, Rosalind. That's awesome. That is an awesome thing. That is an awesome thing. I love it. But it is amazing to me that these folks still haven't figured out that if they would just stop and think, but they can't. I think they're so invested in screwing up that it's going to just get worse. It's just going to get worse for them. And I think they're trying to play damage control. You know, Lips talks about, I left. I totally left. No, you didn't just totally leave. We watched what happened. We watched exactly what happened. You got so that nobody cared anything about you. They weren't paying any attention to you. They weren't giving you any notice. Yeah, sure, you were off doing school teaching or something like that. But guess what? You all of a sudden started posting an obituary about yourself. And still, nobody said anything. That obituary sat there for quite some time, and it was like you weren't worth the time it took to fill that thing out. A fake obituary. Nobody cared. Huh. But then, all of a sudden, there comes these people that are interested, and you start posting things up on the interwebs. Start posting videos of children up on the interwebs possibly without their parents' consent. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there. And it sounds like maybe one of their parents took offense to it and probably called the school. That's what I'm gathering. And then, of course, is whenever people started pointing it out online, saying, hey, this is the kind of thing that she's doing here. She's posting videos of kids out here. What exactly is going on with her? Is she lost her mind? Why is she doing this? And some concerned parents might have been reaching out, wondering what exactly is going on with their kids. Why are my children being put online? Maybe they don't want to have their kids online. Maybe they know that there's some pretty scary people out there, like let's see, like you, Leslie. Did they start digging into you, start figuring out who you were? Because you were just on probationary status, which means that they could let you go for just about anything. And then, of course, whenever DJ Radis got a hold of that information, he sent an email. You accused Jeremy Hales of doing it, as if DJ Radis is in Australia and in constant communication with Jeremy. It is amazing to me that you have this thought that we are all, that's pretty good. I love that. I love that. That we were all intertwined, in doing Jeremy's bidding. I had no idea about the treehouse. So if you're thinking that I had something to do with all of that kind of stuff, no. But you know what? I think that Rosalind and who's that other person that you really despise so much? Megan Fox. Oh yeah, you remember the Megan Fox that you tried suing, that you've claimed that you're going to destroy her money? That you're going to go after her business, that you're going to take her down. You accused Rosalind of reaching out to the school. You're saying that she claims she did. But you've never been able to provide any timestamp. It's amazing to me that you sat around and were screaming and yelling and pitching a fit and losing your absolute ever-loving mind, freaking the hell out for what, how many weeks? And now you're dirty deleting all of those videos that you posted up. Is it because Chips found out? You found out the behavior. You found out that you were doing things that you weren't supposed to be doing. That you were trying to ingratiate yourself or use sex to get somebody that has no interest in you to do what? Oh, that was part of your plan too, I'm sure. See, like all your plans, they suck. They suck like monkey butts. That's how bad they suck. Well, monkey butts, it wants to tell you one last time, how monkey butts feels about all of this. Monkey butts, how do you feel about Lips and her kind of bullshit that she's doing? How do you feel, monkey butt? Yeah, monkey butts, I think, hit it right on the head right there. That's how monkey butts feels about you. Just doesn't want to have anything to do with you. Monkey butts is mocking you. Doesn't it suck? Doesn't it suck whenever you're getting mocked? Well, doesn't suck for me. But you have a wonderful one. And everybody, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Get some rest. And see you on the flip side of things. You know what? I think I need to probably send you somewhere. Let me do that. Let me get you guys going somewhere. See who is on live tonight, and we will find a place to send you and make sure that you have a wonderful evening because, well, let's see, we've got, looks like Lefty's up, but I do see that we've got the Broken Bakers going on. He's doing the Late Night Pie Club. If you don't know the Broken Baker, he is well worth seeing. So I want you to show him a little bit of love. Give him a holler. Throw a little bit of cake at the man. Make sure it's cheesecake because, being Danish, he likes those cream cheese Danishes. Ask him about it. He'll tell you exactly how much he loves them. Oh, yes, he will. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. Rest well. It's going to get crazier.
Looks like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Oh, right, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy, yeah, that's who I am. Running your minds like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, take
looks like the Broken Baker's got a guest over there. He's got the expert. Oh, it's going to be good. Everybody have a wonderful night. Just Dog, we have a good night. Wolfgang, Stacy, Heather, Wolfgang, Quattlebaum, AARDM, everybody. Love it. That's right. Yes, you will love the expert tonight with the baker. It's always good. Guys are the best. The speed is just the same as it always was. Hey, Roseman, good to see you. I need to have a talk with Roseman. Email me, Roseman. Email me. That's right. Gonna have a good one. It's been a beautiful night. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. We'll see you again very soon.
Good luck with that.
Peace, y'all. Have a good night. Thank you.